Hello, thank you for checking into this video. I'm Norell. I've been in the rug business for about 55 years. I followed on from my father, who started in the business in 1925. I'm going to show you a little bit around the warehouse so you can know what to expect if we have the pleasure of your visit. As you'll see, we have small rugs, runners, room-size carpets, and behind me, very large carpets up to 8 meters by 5 meters. If you have a castle and you want something in front of the fireplace. The rugs come from all over the Orient: Iran, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Russia, China, in all sorts of colors, and especially unusual colors that are much in fashion for today's interiors. I'm going to show you half a dozen specific carpets that are very much in demand to give you an idea of the designs. Running through the majority of Persian carpets designs is what is referred to as the Shah Abbas flower design. Shah Abbas was King Abbas of the 16th century, who ordained that this flower be included in the ceramics, woodworking, silverware, textiles and rugs. And the way the flower is interpreted indicates to anybody who knows where the carpet was woven. This particular one is a Tabriz Shah Abbas design. Because it's so popular, this design is woven into rugs made in not only Iran but Turkey, Pakistan, India and Afghanistan, as you'll see. And the beauty of it is that these are made in different colors according to today's or the current decor. For 3 by 2 meter, this would be available from £1,000 to £1,500 plus VAT. Probably one of the most popular rugs is the Persian Kashan from the city of Kashan in Iran, depicted here. And it consists of a central medallion and borders, obviously, but around the central medallion are those Shah Abbas flowers that I just referred to in miniature. And these come mainly in 3 colorways: red with blue, ivory, and then a navy blue with a red border. These are available in a wide range of qualities. A 3 by 2 square meter would be available from about £450 to £1,000 plus VAT. Another of the, actually among the finest, most finely woven rugs in Iran is the Na'in, shown here, sometimes with central medallion and sometimes just with the Shah Abbas flowers all over and the contrasting border. This ranges in quality. You may hear the qualities referred to as 4 La, 6 La and 9 La. These indicate the qualities. 4 La is seldom to be found today. 6 and 9 La are most available. These rugs range from, for a 3 by 2 square meter, from about £2,000 to £10,000. There are also very similar rugs made in Tabas, called Tabas Na'in, which is not in the same city, and usually available for about £500 to £1,000. Equally beautiful, but not as fine. Equally finely woven to the Na'in is the Isfahan. Na'in is a city which is close to Isfahan, and they have the same designs, but usually Isfahan in the finer quality is woven on silk, but not necessarily. And part of the design is in silk too. The design of the Isfahan is also replicated in a slightly lesser quality known as the Nejafabad which is you'll see in a moment with the red border. And in order for you to see the beauty of the design, I've included a picture of the central medallion. Here's an example of a very beautiful Tabriz rug with the central medallion surrounded by the Shah Abbas flowers like the others. The finest of these are known as 50 Raj, 60 Raj and 70 Raj. 70 Raj are seldom to be found. They're very, very fine and woven on silk with part of the design in silk. 50 and 60 Raj are the ones which you most readily find. Tabriz in a size 3 by 2 meters can range from £450 to 10,000, even a little bit more. Finally, in the Tabriz, very fine Tabriz group, is this in the Mahi design, which means the fish design, and it's composed of very small stylized fish all over. One of the most popular. Again, the price for 3 by 2 would range from 1,000 to 3,000 or 4,000 pounds plus VAT. Of all the carpets which are woven in Iran, this Bijar carpet is probably the hardest wearing of all. It's not necessarily finely woven, but the knots are tightly packed together. It makes it practically indestructible and very suitable for somewhere where there's going to be very heavy traffic. The design is also the Mahi fish design. The prices of these carpets would range from £800 for a 3 by 2 up to 3, 4 or even £5,000 for very fine quality. And the lesser quality of this is a mood, which would be available for £800 to £1,500 for 3 by 2 meters. One of the, to my mind, loveliest rugs from Iran is the Saruk Mir design, which again represents the fish. And it's ideal for somewhere, for example, where under a table, where you just want the border to show. A very, very beautiful rug. And this would be available from £800 to £1,500 for a 3 meter by 2 meter. This is a very beautiful example of a Ferahan design. This one is made in Tabriz. Also one of the most popular, certainly in this country, with a mixture of mahi and fish designs. This carpet would be available in a 3 meter by 2 meter for about £500 to £1,000. Here's a very beautiful example of one of the Kazakh designs. Originally, Kazakh was from the Russian area, and it consists of different geometric designs, as you see. This particular rug is made in Afghanistan of very, very fine wool, and it's also available from Pakistan. A cost of a rug 3 meters by 2 meters would be anything from £800 to £1,500, depending on the quality. A very, very popular type of rug. For my taste, this is one of the most desirable of rugs from Iran, the Heriz, and the lesser quality Goravan, which consists of geometric central medallion and geometric flowers. The cost of a Heriz in 3 meters by 2 meters would be anything from £400 to £1,500 plus VAT. depending on quality. This is a very beautiful example of the Bakhtiar rug, woven by nomads in the mountain regions of Iran, as their sheep and goats look for grass. The colors are due to dyes which are derived from the soil and from vegetation. The price of a 3x2 meter rug of this type would be anything from 450 to £1,000. Here's another rug which is woven by nomads in the mountain regions of Iran, in Qashqai and Shiraz. Typical of this design are symbolic dogs, sometimes with 3 legs, peacocks, crows, and all sorts of geometric designs, going back from ancient times. A rug of this quality could be anything from 600 to £1,000. This is a very popular design. It comes from Afghanistan. It's a classic example. The design represents the imprint of the camel, and the very beautiful border is a classic border from going back many years. The price of this for a 3x2 meter would be anything from 600 to £1,000. Of all Oriental rug designs, this Bukhara design is probably the most popular. The designs represent the imprints of the elephant foot, so it's often referred to as the elephant foot design rug. This design is produced by the Persian Turkoman tribes and also those in Afghanistan. This particular piece is from Afghanistan. In a size 3 meter by 2 meters, it's available from anything from 600 to £2,000 or £3,000. This design is so popular that it's produced particularly in Pakistan in almost every color that you can imagine. Today there's a particular demand for very washed out colors, understated rugs to be in the room without demanding attention. And these are 2 examples of rugs that have been washed for that purpose. The washing is a chemical process, and these are available in a 3x2 from anything from £600 to 2,000. Again, something that's particularly in demand currently is this distressed type of rug where the design has been worn away artificially and sometimes over-dyed according to the decor. It gives the impression of an antique without paying the price for it, and would be available from anything from £600 to £1,500 depending on the quality. A less costly way of producing handmade rugs today is using the hand tufting technique, where there's no actual knot, and the tuft is held together by a sort of resin at the back. This makes it possible to produce rugs at a quarter of the price of a hand knotting, and it's produced in next to no time, depending on the complexity of the design. Here we see an example of the Conference of the Birds design, and a leopard and a zebra. The price of this for a 3x2 would be anything from £600 to £1,200, depending on the complexity. Finally, here's an example of a very popular, among interior designers, very popular bamboo silk abstract design rug. The bamboo silk is in fact made from the resin of bamboos. It's not really silk, but it has the appearance and luster of silk. A rug 3 by 2 meters would cost anything from 1,500 to 2,500, depending on the quality. I hope you found that interesting. About the location, we're a minute away from Stables Corner and the foot of the M1, which be very convenient if you're coming from the north. If you're coming by public transport, Brent Cross Underground is the nearest, and we'll be happy to come and collect you, of course without obligation. I hope to have the pleasure of your visit, and thank you again.